Why, hello there. Greetings, grasshoppers. This is RJ. You don't want to be another talking head at your live event. You know why I know? Because everybody's a talking head at their live event right now. We're all home. We're all COVIDing. And today I'm going to present a couple of solutions on how you can make that live event an engaging audience participation full of craziness, excitement. But before that, there is this. My name is, of course, RJ Redden. You are watching The Bot Signal, and entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their engagement because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole online. Don't know if you've had that feeling, but many entrepreneurs are also carbon copies of everybody else, and they have a horrible time getting real traction online. So I create epic engagement experiences that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. So here we are. In the business of live events, someday, the first vaccine was given yesterday. And so I have hope. I have hope that we will eventually start traveling again. It might not be the same. In fact, I'm betting it won't be exactly the same as it was before. Hey, changes take place within 9 months, my friends. And it'll be a while before most of us are able to vaccine ourselves. So people change, time change, things change. The change that I'm betting is going to take place for live events is that we absolutely will be traveling to these things. But I think that most events from now on, unless it's an exclusive party weekend in Mexico or whatever, I think that all events are going to be going to hybrid format. So what that means is that you'll be on stage doing your live thing, but there will also be a couple of cameras bringing that to folks who are at home. The reason why I think this is because some people have been, we've been kind of, almost forcibly, right? We've been in this situation where we can now pretty much get to a lot of, I've gotten to some events I've never been able to get to before, right? Because all I have to do is tune in now. And for me, that's an incredible opportunity to be seen, to connect with people I already know, to meet people I don't already know, and get some more interest in me and what I do. So of course I'm going to take advantage of what's happening there. So now that here's the other thing: event planners have been exposed to the idea, and the people who put on these events have been like, you know what, probably could spread my name out, spread that exposure out among more people if it weren't a requirement that people travel to this thing. Now, here's one of the things that I've known about for a long time, and I've been looking for software that'll help me do this. Because with live events, the way that we have them now, virtually online, most people do it on Zoom. Zoom for the win, right? Because everybody knows how to use it, and that's really helpful for people. But what I'm talking about right now, what I want to focus on talking about this morning is having a live event option where you are actually connecting with people in the audience. Now, this is an event option that you can use if your event is entirely virtual, if your event is entirely live, if it's a hybrid event. You can use quizzes and polls and word clouds, open-ended questions, multiple choice questions. You can use this to communicate directly with your audience, how they're feeling, what they want to talk about today. Nothing would be easier, right? Right now, or a while ago, I used to have a webinar, and one of the registration questions was, "What's the biggest thing that you want to learn from this webinar?" And I would get those questions, and I would tailor that webinar to what people wanted to know, because, duh, you know what? That's why they're there. It's why they're there. They're there to learn something. Don't never forget the human being on the other side of the screen. They're there to learn something. I'm there to teach something. Why not make sure that it's what they want to know? So here we are, faced with this pandemic area. How do we make our presentations more exciting? Well, for me, there's a lot of things that you can do. You can add sound, you can add pink elephants in the room, rockets. Need some rockets? I got rockets. I've got everything on my little stream deck here that makes that happen. It's great stuff. And it does keep the audience awake, I'll tell you that. But you also need something that involves them during your talk, that gets them thinking, that gets them pressing buttons. This morning, I found some software, which I'm going to try out. It's called SwiftPoll, I believe. And this software not only allows for being able to ask people questions and have them give you answers right there, right now, but it also allows you to redirect them to another page when it's all done. Let me just repeat that. When the quizzes and the polls and the cool things in your event are done, it redirects them to a page that you designate beforehand. Why is this important? Well, my darling, it is far easier to get people to hit a button when they're excited, when they're still kind of, having that experience, than asking them 2 days later on a follow-up email that nobody's going to open. You know what I'm saying here? It is really convenient to just redirect them to a page with your calendar on it or with your offer on it. They don't have to hit a button. They don't have to do anything. Magic, people. Technological magic. Anyway, let's see. I think my industry may still have success being virtual. I think if parents can engage and not leave the house, they'll take advantage of that. Probably in your industry, yes. Yes, I would say that the industries that have had lots of success being live will continue to have success being hybrids. But as far as people who don't usually leave the house for events, new parents, parents with young children, it's probably going to continue to be virtual. When are you going to run your own live event? I'm so glad you asked, Grasshopper. It's happening. Skyrocket Live. If you go to that location on the internet, you'll be able to sign up for my free live event that is going on January 14th. It's going to be fabulous. I'm going to teach you the 3 ninja secrets of live engagement. More than that, more than just saying, hello, I'd like to pass on this valuable information today. More than that, we are going to get people working with the material and designing a strategy for better engagement. You will walk out with a strategy. You will walk out with an idea that has been workshopped and looked at. You will walk out not only knowing the 3 secrets of ninja engagement, but being able to practice them in your business, therefore attracting more qualified people to yourself, and bottom line, of course, being able to make more money in your business. So sign up for that thing. Boop, skyrocketlive.com. Couldn't be easier, people. All right. I just got invited to experiment with a software that's called a speed networking option as part of the webinar. It was really cool. Yeah. And in fact, I'm going to be holding my events in Zoom, although I do know I know it's easier. I know, but here's the deal. The fact that I'm able to, I've got a different software altogether that I'm going to use. It's called AirMeet. This software is going to allow my people to do that speed networking thing that you're talking about right now. I think getting to know people has been exploded in this area. I think that digital marketing has taken the focus for so long, hasn't it? And I'm a person who uses digital marketing. I know this, but for me, building a relationship with a human being, whether they buy from me or not, is always valuable. It's always valuable. Sometimes they become clients, sometimes they become students, but sometimes they don't ever pay me a dime and they're my highest referrer. They are shooting me intros right and left, and I'm getting hired off of the people that they know. I provide intros left and right as well. So that networking part to me has become more important. I know that my style of marketing is a lot different than a lot of other people's. There are people out there who really don't want to have a conversation. You know what I mean? They just want to lead as many people through that funnel as humanly possible, sell as many classes as humanly possible, buy that home in Hawaii or whatever they want to do. And you know what? Bing, bing, good for them. They're not my clients, though. They're not right for me because my style is different. My way of digitally going about it is different. Anyway, got off on a bunny trail there. Hop diddy, hop diddy. Let's get back. Let's see here. AirMeet. Ooh, I know. AirMeet, dudes. Dudes, I'm sorry. Ladies, gentlemen, and all coordinates in between. AirMeet. I totally am going to use that for my next event on January 14th, skyrocketlive.com. For conversion events, they work great in Zoom. For non-conversion events, Zoom is not the best tool. Interesting. Yeah, I would say that, my event, I am going to have an offer at the end. The offer at the end is going to be get with me so that we can take that strategy up a couple of notches and make you be able to achieve more with what you've learned today. That's my offer. It's a free call. For me, there's, because I'm a geek, I'm a technology geek. There's other software, this quiz stuff that I'm also going to be trying out and testing that leads people directly to my calendar. You're watching me you're watching me in AirMeet, and on your phone, you're taking these quizzes, and boom, your phone flips to my calendar for that phone call. For me, it couldn't, if it works like I think it's going to, of course, there will be glitches and technical weirdness, and my audience is used to me working through all that because I'm that person who will try the software way before anyone else. I am that person. So anyway, that's why we get along so well. Thank you, Jessica. Thanks for the heart. So back to this method of live polls, quizzes, and whatnot. This will, if you're having, in the future when we go back to live stages in person and we all get to hug each other again, I really miss that, people. Anyway, when that all comes back, and it will, and we have live hybrid types of events, this poll, these quizzes, these sort of options for the audience to interact with us, this is going to not only keep your lives straight up there, participants, with you, but it'll also keep the people at home with you. I have gone out to, I don't know how many live events I've gone out to. I don't know how many. I was traveling quite a lot there for a long time. And when I would go, sometimes my coach, Jane M. Powers, she likes, I'm sitting there and she's like, hey, will you film me for this? this talk that I'm doing. And I'm like, sure. Uh, what was I doing otherwise? Basically. And so I film these things, and this it's a wonderful way to keep, and she teaches people how to speak. So it's a wonderful thing to beam into her group and have people watching how she's working there. But it's not all that engaging sometimes, because like we're filming on a phone. It's way out there, because if you tried to close up on her, that would be difficult because the woman is constantly moving. So it's kind of a far shot. The sound isn't the greatest, even if you sit in the front row of tables there. And there's a lot going on. It's why I do think that I do think that there's going to be gig openings for people who want to run and produce these live events for the virtual audience. Somebody to be there and take care of the virtual audience. Someone to, maybe switch those cameras a little bit and do some of that, and then also, have them be able to participate. Have your audience members able to participate in polls, quizzes, all of that stuff. You know what a quiz is really good at? Really good at. And it really makes people kick up and pay attention. And it is not your Harry Potter house, Gryffindor. Anyway, it's not your Harry Potter house. This is not the kind of quiz I'm talking about. What quizzes really do is they have a way of exposing the holes in someone's knowledge base. This is important. This is important because people often arrive to things thinking that they know something is true. That's not true. Something that I know because it's my business and I look at it every single day. There are certain things that I know about chatbots, engagement marketing, interactive video, all those things. There are things that I know about these things that most of my audience doesn't know, but they kind of think they know because they've seen a couple of things down the road. If I can put a question up there, it helps when people answer honestly, and then I can say, actually, it's like this. The picture you thought that was like this, it's like this. I can tell where the gaps in knowledge are because I'm the geek who's studying this every day, and I can tailor that talk to the people that I'm standing in front of, or if I'm beaming into their, work caves. So I wanted to pass this on to you. This is something that if you are interested in live events, if you are interested in putting on something major and fabulous and wild and fun, which I hate to tell you, we're going to have to do. Part of it is obviously a magnetic personality. Part of it is absolutely confidence in yourself and passion for what you do and message. That's a huge part of it. But we've also got to evolve beyond a talking head. Why? We've all been watching them for months. We're tired. We're zombies. We're zoomed out, babies. And a way to get people to zoom back in, to really be interested and to take a look, is to stand out among the crowd. Stand out. I've done a lot with my live streams so that I can stand out. There's much more to do. I have a recurring list of the things that I would like to do to make this very thing that you're watching more engaging, with possibly adding the quizzes in there as well, the polls and quizzes in this type of live event as well. It might be a little much because I'm also following the comments here, which there are more. So let me get to them. But it might be much with all of the comments and everything, but I think that it would be worth it. It is always worth it to me to dive into these new things, A, so that you don't have to. You can just come watch this show with me. I enjoy having you. B, so that I can see what's emerging, so that I can take my group of clients that I absolutely love and want their marketing to skyrocket and be on fire and make it to the moon and all of those things. And I can say, here's what I think is emerging out there. There seems to be this pattern that I'm seeing out there. So for me, it's absolutely worth the time to go through some of these things, even though, there's probably unforeseen technical issues that are going to happen because I'm a human being. Anyway, Silver Fox, great to see you. Great stuff. I have a Facebook user saying it was smooth when we did it yesterday. Might be talking about Air Meet there. I'm not sure. Air Meet, yes. I'm hoping it will be a Zoom replacement for me all the time because I've been paying Zoom for 5 years. That's kind of a lot when you add it up, actually. So there is that. I am scheduled to produce 40 events in 2021 for speakers, coaches, and entrepreneurs. Facebook user, what's your name? Type it in for us. Let me know. If you are a producer, I want people to know your name because, of course, I want to spread that around and introduce you to a few people that might be interested. Really, the speakers, most of them, they just want to make a good talk happen. They don't want to be messing around with all these things. I want to be messing around because I'm a geek, but most people could probably use your talents. Silver Fox says she's glad I'm assuming glad I found you on Russ John's Pirate Broadcast. You know what? I am really glad you found me too. I think it would be fun for you to do this show in Air Meet. Then we can all engage with each other as you talk. Yes. I think it would be fun if you came to my live event. Here's why. The purpose for this show is different than the purpose for the live event. And networking is built into the live event. I have it for you to interact and engage with each other several times during the experience. For me, it has a bit of a different purpose and it doesn't fit necessarily. It's an interesting idea though, and I shall take it under advisement. Okay. Sounds like you need a social seller on your team too. Ahem. Yeah, I know you, Jessica Powers. You're always on my team, my friend. Oh, it's me, Teresa. Oh, great. Doesn't let me show my name for some reason. Are you scheduled to put on 40 live events next year? 40 events in 2021 for speakers, coaches, and entrepreneurs? That's what I was asking for. Because to me, I've never thought of you as a producer, but if you are doing things like that, we got to let people know. Here we go. I may have intros for producers. Okay, Jessica's a person to see if you need intros, if you need to network with people who need some services that are just like yours. Jessica does a thing called joint venturing, and that, to me, I could talk about joint venturing, but I have some friends who teach it better than I do. So if you need connected, go see Jessica. Justin James, now that I allow StreamYard again, you can see my name. Oh, there we go. Justin James. Duh. Of course. He's the one producing these crazy events. Duh. Justin James. Love it when you attend this show and hang out with us. Justin James, if you need a producer, get a hold of the Justinness. All right. Very good. So, live events. Want you to think about that. I want you, my beautiful community of wonderful grasshoppers. I want you not to be the next talking head, because trust me, people are tired of that. And it's not that you've done anything wrong now, but we do have to up our game. We do have to be more visually interesting, have a little bit more expression, a little bit more personality. Don't be afraid to express yourself. It's the only way you will stand out from the carbon copies of everybody else. So that's what I know at this time. I am so thrilled to be bringing you shows for the rest of the week. On Thursday, I'm going to be interviewing a very special human being named Michelle Nedelec. She is like an Infusionsoft wizard. Infusionsoft WordPress, like she and her husband Brad with Awareness Strategies, they do things with those two programs that I just watch in amazement. You're going to want to learn some stuff about what she knows about marketing. She has been doing it a long time, great friend of mine. And so I'm bringing her on the show for you all to meet and get some value out of. Friday's show is going to be our Friday wins, obviously, because that's what we do on Fridays here. And tomorrow I don't know yet. Tomorrow, let's do this. If you want to hear about a topic for me to do tomorrow, why don't you put it in the comments right now? Put it in the comments for me, because I want to do the things you want to hear about. Make sure it has to do with engagement marketing. Please do not have me talk about polka dots tomorrow. Not what I want to do. Not very entertaining. The show would be like polka dots. And then that would be over, because it's about what I know, people. So make sure it relates to engagement marketing. And that's it from me today. Thank you for coming. Remember, Skyrocket Live, sign up for that event. It is free. It is a full day experience. There are VIP tickets if you want to network the night before with other VIPs. It's going to be crazy. And I want to see you there. So do sign up for that. It's going to be epic. And with that, I'll see you in a bot.